Good evening, folks, and welcome to another episode of uglyDogLures. Tonight, we're going to chase something different. I know y'all hear that all the time from me, but we really are. We're going to do a two-color bait, and I want to introduce y'all to Dragonfly Glaze. This is some awesome stuff. So we'll be using the blue, green, gold shift and gloss black. You know, black is my life, folks. I love black paint. So what we're going to do first is we're going to mix up our black paint. We're going to paint that complete lure black, head to toe. Let's thin that black out a little bit here. Do the finger test on it here in a minute. So folks, it's a beautiful evening here. It's in the low 70s after it was 103 Saturday. It's a pretty evening. That looks about pretty good. See how that running down that finger? That means that I can blow that paint with my air gun really well. So I got an open bottle here, same thing, so we're going to reach back in and grab it. Wipe that dude off, we're going to use it again. So we'll be painting with the Iwata HPCS tonight. We're running about 18 pounds of pressure. So let's get this bait and turn him black. I think y'all will be pleasantly surprised with the outcome of this bait when he's finished. Boy, I hate newsstands. They just are so tight and they don't work real good till they get worn in just a little bit. So has you folks got any good plans for the Labor Day weekend? Well, I can't say that because this won't come out till after Labor Day. So you folks got any good plans for the weekend? I know what we're going to do. We're going to paint, then paint some more. Then we might even paint some more after that. So, you know, 30 pack and a little bit of paint and have a good time. Just kidding, folks. I like the hard stuff. Folks, we're getting ever closer every day to that big Halloween challenge between me and my wife. So I'm going to be the one to get to sit over there and say, look at the camera, look at the camera. While she's sitting here painting.
If you would look at the camera, I wouldn't have to say that.
Oh, I know. Folks, y'all may think we hate each other, but we've been married for 26 years. I don't know how she's put up with me that long and vice versa. So, we have a pretty good relationship. So, not too bad. We have two little chitlins. I say little chitlins, they're up in their mid-20s and on up. So folks, I don't know if you can see this, but if you can see it in that camera, that is Dragonfly Glaze. It is very beautiful when it's finished on anything. I actually painted my wife a water bottle with this on it, and I think she likes it because she carries it all the time. So let's thin this out. We're going to have to crank our pressure up pretty good. We'll probably run on up there around 40 pounds on this lure. And thin this glaze out a little bit. If we need to add a little, we'll add a little. But the effect that this puts on is just awesome. So you folks, leave it in the comments below if you'd like to see me go through the paints and explain what each paint is to you. I'd be happy to do that. And why I like that paint. I'm just kind of crazy like that. I probably have, I don't know, 300 different colors of paint in here, probably close to that. So let's do the old finger test. Look at there, folks. You see the finger test? That's how I judge whether my paint will go through my gun or not. It's just like that. It runs down that finger pretty fast, it'll go through. If it kind of stays there real slow running down, it's probably not going to run through my gun. These guns are finicky when it comes to blowing anything with glitter in them or too thick a paint. Just not going to happen. There we go. I can already see it. So we'll probably blow about 4 or 5 coats on this black bait. To get the effect that we want on it. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I'm done. About how it changes the bait up so much. Then we'll throw some eyes on it and a little epoxy on it. Dry it up. Well, let's go ahead and heat set that a little bit. You can already see the difference in the black paint on this lure if you look at it. So you're going from that to this, and it's a huge difference, folks. And the more coats that you put on it, the more it changes. I really like this glaze. And don't let anybody tell you you can't blow it through your gun, because you sure can. Wow, look at that. That's going to be a pretty lure, folks. It's almost going to look like a metallic green, because we are about done blowing this paint on here, or this glaze, right now. You get that gold, and you get that green, and you get that blue flash in it on top of that black. Can you see that, folks? How that looks? It's gorgeous. I love it. I'd fish it in a minute. So that's pretty cool, folks. This thing is good and dry now. Well, you know what? Let's put some crazy eyes on this. I feel kind of crazy tonight. So my wife's over there every night. So let's just put some crazy eyes on it. You want to? Something that's really going to pop out, make it stand out. Got to get to them here, folks. There they are right there. I am going to put a yellow and red eye on this bait. So, let's just reach up in there. Oh, that looks sharp. That looks gorgeous. Lord have mercy, I'll make good decisions every once in a while. I married my wife, I made a good decision. Of course, the honeymoon wasn't too fun because I had alcohol poisoning for like 3 days. Thank you, Mike Butler, for that, by the way. That was my best man at my wedding, folks. Me and him had a good time. Got a little bit of shakies tonight, folks. Tell you what I did today, folks. I went and worked all day. I come home and made my wife a 3-course dinner when I got home from work. And she was happy about it. I do that quite a bit, folks. I do most of the cooking around this joint. So folks, this is just a 1.5 square bill. So it's going to take 1 and 1. 1 cc of resin, 1 cc of hardener. We've been down this road before. We'll do a lot of these 1.5 square bills because I have a lot of them over there. One of these days I'll show you how I store all my blanks over there. It was all my wife's idea. I used to just keep them in the drawer. But she decided that I needed to move on up in the world a little bit and quit doing stuff like that. She decides a lot for me, which I probably need it. Just remember, folks, anything you see me paint on here, you can buy on our website, uglyDogLures.com. The pricing will be in there on the lures, or if you really want, you can just personal message us and we'll tell you what they cost. 1 cc, folks, 1 cc. I can't wait, folks. I got lots of little stuff coming up that we're going to do that's going to be pretty interesting, and I hope to goodness y'all can learn something from this, because I learn stuff every day, and the best way for me to learn is to get out here and play with it and do it. I get something in my head and I can't sleep until I get it out, and my wife will tell you that. I've always been that way, folks. Don't think I'm ever going to change. It's just who I am. So folks, this bait gets no glitter. 0. I know my wife's upset about that because she's the glitter queen. So folks, always, and I can't stress this enough, when you mix your epoxy, mix it to the exact amounts. You're going to have a better bait. It's going to set faster. and it's going to be a cleaner bait when you're done. You'll have less mess to clean up, I promise you. I used to just put it on a plate and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I had a lot of baits soft. You know, I went through trial and error to figure that out, and I should have had enough sense to know anyway what it was. But, you know, live and learn. So folks, there's the lure. That was a black lure, and look at it now. That is what Dragonfly Glaze does. If you've never heard of it, I buy it at Hobby Lobby. I love it. It's a great tool to have in your arsenal. If you want to be a lure painter, it's probably not something that anybody else has used that I've seen, because I watch a lot of stuff like that. I'll get out here and working and just turn it on and won't really be paying attention, but I'm listening to what people are saying. And that's how I learned most of my stuff, was listening to others. So, my goodness, Melissa. That is one gorgeous little bait right there, folks. Remember what I said, folks, you just keep going back over it and back over it and back over it. Just wipe your excess off there and keep on the trucking. There's one of them ferocious hares I've been telling everybody about. Absolutely gorgeous, folks. Look at that. Don't know that y'all can see it real clear from over there, but that is one gorgeous dark water bait right there. I would fish that in clear water too, just because it does what it does. You know, that thing will shine like a diamond in a goat's behind. Like always, folks, I clean the eyes out before I put my drip hook on it. And we'll put it on the rack over here behind us to dry. That bait will be ready for hooks in 5 hours. Can you folks see that now? Well, you folks, we'll be back when this is dried up to finish this video.